Hey guys, it's Lingo. I'm just sitting here in my new apartment while my husband is at work, and I'm just eating some food, and I just wanted to record a random video. I'm thinking this video is going to be about what languages that I speak or have tried to learn. Um, I don't really have a whole lot of detail. Hold on, let me turn off this light. It's a little glare. So yeah, I'm not sure really what's gonna be in this video. It's just a random video. I haven't posted anything in a very long time, probably a couple of months, because I've been so extremely busy. Like I said, this is a new apartment, so we just moved in this week, and my husband's been working basically 7 days a week during the season. So it's just me and the animals here. So what languages do I speak? I do get this question pretty often. Even though it's in all of the bios that I have in all of my social medias, I have gotten this quite a bit. I want to talk about the word polyglot. I don't really like the word polyglot, but it is a word that a lot of people who speak multiple languages know. So it's very easy to just relate to them by saying, yeah, actually I'm polyglot too. I don't know that I would necessarily consider myself a polyglot because I speak two languages fluently, or to an advanced level. And I speak a third one pretty conversationally. Not that I've ever had a chance to actually speak with a real speaker of this language, just because there's nobody in my area that does speak it. So yeah, so if you're new to this channel, I am Travis. You can call me Lingo, HaLingoGringo. The name HaLingoGringo is a play on the three main languages that I focus on. Ha being the prefix the in Hebrew. That is the language in which I'm conversational, or at least I would consider myself conversational. I understand quite a bit of it, but again, I've never had the chance to converse in Hebrew, and I would love the opportunity. I've sent out a couple of messages or emails to some of the Hebrew teachers and tutors that I found on YouTube, that I follow, that I find to be just very entertaining, very focused, very accessible. And I'm waiting to hear back from them. If they don't message me back, hey, that's fine. Nobody owes me a message back. I don't owe you guys a message back, and it's just that simple. So yeah, Hebrew I can read and speak pretty conversationally. Advanced, maybe not. Like we're talking like K-12 level, somewhere in there. Probably not quite high school yet, but yeah, it's somewhere in there. My native language, if you can't tell, is English. I'm from California, so I speak with a California I don't want to say an accent, because most of my family are from Oklahoma and New Orleans, so I do have quite a bit of a Southern accent. I tend to mask it when I'm in professional settings or presenting myself. Right now, I'm being a little careless about it, so you might hear a little bit of a Southern accent. Some of the R's might get dropped because that's New Orleans for you. But yeah, I'm from Northern California, from the Bay Area. I currently live in Sacramento. And the area of Sacramento that I live in is actually a largely Persian and Mexican and Russian area. So those are the three languages outside of English that I encounter the most. I don't speak Russian or Farsi, but I do speak Spanish. Spanish is my second language. I've been learning it since I was 12, so almost 17 years. I started learning on my own so I could speak with my Mexican grandfather and his siblings and my cousins and my great-grandfather, who has since passed. He was 97, and that was many years ago. So I started learning Spanish to speak with them, and then I got into high school and I started actually taking Spanish classes with native Spanish speakers as the teachers, which was very helpful for me to have people who were native Spanish speakers teaching a class at a high school about Spanish, or teaching Spanish at a high school to students wanting to learn Spanish. Granted, of course, most of us had to learn Spanish, or a language rather. I really wanted to learn Spanish and French, but it probably wasn't a great idea. We had, how many languages did we have? We had many chapters of Spanish, or sections, whatever you want to call them. We had one teacher with a few classes for Italian. We had a teacher for Japanese, and Japanese by far had the highest success rate because these teachers were very, very dedicated to teaching students Japanese. I don't think I met one student who took Japanese who did not speak Japanese, at least conversationally, by the end of high school. And then we also had, so we had German, no, not German. We had Spanish, Italian, French, and we had one French teacher. So those are the four languages at my high school. I chose Spanish because that's what I wanted. Being in California, especially in the Bay Area, Spanish is very helpful to speak. Of course, California used to be Mexico, so Spanish was one of the first languages in this area to begin with, even before English. So I started learning it, and I aced all of my Spanish classes, and I took it for 3 years. Then my senior year, I did not take a Spanish class. I didn't have room for AP Spanish, but I went ahead and I took the test anyway, and I passed. So I got my seal of biliteracy. Not that that necessarily means anything, but I got my seal of biliteracy when I graduated high school. And so according to the state of California, I am bilingual. I am bilingual because I can speak in Spanish. My husband, his father is from Guadalajara, Mexico, y su mamá es de El Paso, Texas. Y vivíamos con ellos por 5 años, y so I really immersed myself in Spanish. I use it at the stores all the time. I still use it with my husband. If I need to say something that's not in English, like if some of my dog's key phrases, I might use those exact words in a sentence in Spanish with my family because I don't want him to get too excited. So yeah, those are the 3 languages that I speak. I am a language coach, not a language tutor, not a language teacher. They are very different things. I do have a video up on YouTube already that delineates the roles that each of these positions play in language learning, in the language learning community. I'm a language coach. I will help people learn how to learn a language. I will not teach a language generally. I will put videos up on how to say certain things, but that is not me teaching you a language. That's not me teaching you the language. I'm not giving you grammar. I'm not giving you context. I'm not reading to you. I'm not telling you conjugations generally. Maybe a pattern here and there, because if you can learn the patterns of the language and perhaps the conjugations, then it makes it easier to actually learn the language, to start speaking the language. But I am not the person to come to necessarily to learn how to speak a language. I'm here to help you learn how to speak a language. And in fact, I'm almost done writing my HaLingoGringo's 7S system to learning a language. It is going to be written entirely in English. I probably will not be translating it anytime soon. This is going to be a guide on 1, defining your goals as a language learner. 2, setting your plan on what you need to focus on in the language that you're trying to learn, or your target language, your TL. And then actually going and applying it. So again, it's not me teaching you a language, it is me teaching you how to learn a language. And that will probably be out sometime this year because I just moved and I finally have time to start working on stuff again once we finish unpacking. So right now, like I said, I'm eating, and I'm gonna go ahead and switch to Spanish, and we're gonna talk about what I'm eating. Ahorita estoy comiendo una sopa con albóndigas Más o menos son albóndigas. Cebolla, zanahorias, champiñones, frijoles, tiene pedazos de repollo y tomates y arroz. So what I just said is I'm eating a soup that has meatballs, onions, carrots, mushrooms, beans, cabbage, tomatoes, and rice. And really all I did was just take leftover stuff that I had made in the last few days and put it in a soup, because why not? And it's very delicious, it's very good. And we can say this many different ways in Spanish. So you could say, que rico, que delicioso, que bueno. Any of those, está bien, es delicioso. Any of those is fine to talk about good food. All right, that's it for this video. Bye.